Having a partner to work out with this summer can be one of the most beneficial things for your results, but only if you guys do it properly. Sadly, most people's workouts just look like them and their partner taking turns making moves at a cone, spot shooting, they just have a rebounder. It's not really much different or much more beneficial than when they train alone. So in this video, I want to give you guys a rough blueprint on how you guys can work out with a partner to maximize your results this summer. The first thing that we want to make sure we're doing is utilizing this partner to make our training more game-like. That is the whole point of being able to work out with a partner. When we're by ourselves, there is no game-like feel, there is no defense, there is no read. So when we do have that partner, we want to make sure we're incorporating that as much as we possibly can. So doing things like making moves at a cone where there is no defense, let's save that for when you're working out by yourself. When we have the partner, we need to utilize them. So going off of that point, the biggest thing that we want to do with this defender is to make it as game-like as we possibly can. So depending on what you guys are trying to work on, I kind of break it down as, okay, what is the skill that you guys are trying to train? What are the situations we are going to use that in? And then what are the decisions that are going to need to be made to utilize that skill? So usually when we're working out by ourselves, when we're working on these moves on cones, on air, there's still decisions, there's still situations we're going to use that. So let's do the same thing, but let's just put a defender, right? So say you're trying to work on your ball handling. Part of the situations of when you guys are using your ball handling is in transition, right? You dribble the ball off your knee, you fumble it. Okay, let's mimic that, right? So, okay, let's set up you at the half court. Let's set up a defender at the free throw, or at the three-point line. Then let's put some cones to mimic the spacing, right? Because we don't have the entire court in a real game. There's help side defense here, there's help side defense there. Let's put cones to limit this space. So now this drill is a lot more realistic now that we have a partner, now that we have limited spacing, and then you guys can even give yourself a 3 to 5 second shot clock. So I would do this for any skill that I'm trying to work on. If I'm trying to work on my catch and shoot ability, okay, let's mimic the situations, let's mimic the decisions that I need to make, and let's make it look and feel as game-like as possible. So again, same situation. Let me start in the corner, slide up, defense passing me the ball, they're closing out. I'm working on decisions and reads based on that. So that would be the first and most important thing that we do. Again, you guys can use this for any skill, anything that you're trying to learn, mimic all of those things that we talked about to make it feel and look as game-like as possible, which is gonna help you guys transfer that practice to the game. Next thing that we can really do that can be extremely beneficial with a partner is to make sure that you guys are competing against each other. So say you guys are doing a shooting drill where there is, maybe you're giving them a light contest, maybe you're giving them different passes, different closeouts, things like that. Try to compete to a certain number. So if you're working on your shooting, to up the ante, make it a little bit more intense. Okay, we're going to 11, first one to 11 wins. I'm gonna give you bad passes, you give me bad passes, first one to make 11 wins. So we're getting a little bit more pressure involved into our training, which again is gonna help with transfer and just bring that competitive nature out of you and make you work out a little bit harder, right? That is the whole point of having a partner, to get more out of the workout. If it's the exact same thing, if we're not competing against each other, if we're not playing with defense, it's essentially the same thing as working out by yourself. The third thing that I think can be extremely beneficial with working out with a partner is to add a lot more variability. So we have the drills where we're playing defense, we're mimicking the situations. Then we also have where we're competing, but I think we can do also a lot of things where, say you're working on certain finishes at the rim, we can use things like audio cues, visual cues where we're pointing to add a little bit more variability. Say you're working on shooting as opposed to just shooting at the exact same spot. Maybe your partner, your rebounder, can throw it anywhere you want. So boom, I'm throwing to the corner, you gotta sprint to the corner, shoot. You have no idea where the next pass is gonna go. Boom, I'm throwing top. Now you got to sprint there, so you don't have that ability to pre-plan what you want to do, right? That is a big downside to when you're working out by yourself, is you always know what you're going to do next, and obviously we don't see that in the game. So whether we're using things like audio cues to determine when we drive to the rim to get into a certain shot, where we're going to shoot, how we're going to shoot, when we're going to pick up, which side of the rim we're going to finish on, I think this can be a really good way to add a little bit of unpredictability and variability to our workouts that you guys don't normally get by yourself. So to kind of wrap this up and give you guys a quick summary, reverse engineer what it is that you want to work on, right? We've talked about this in multiple other videos. You need to have a plan. If you're just coming in, doing spot shooting, doing random moves for no real purpose, you're not going to get anywhere. Have a plan, know exactly what it is that you guys are trying to work on. From there, reverse engineer the situations, the skills, and the decisions that need to be made, and mimic those. Then from there, also make sure that you guys are competing, right? Keep score. Hey, we're doing this live drill, we're competing to 7, first one to 7 wins. We're gonna see who wins the day, who wins the most points, and compete against each other, whether it's shooting drills, whether it's live drills, whatever it may be. And then also use audio cues and your partner to mix up your workouts, right? To never really know what's going to happen next. You can even be working on the same skill, it doesn't matter, but have your partner find ways through audio cues where you're saying go, stop, right side, left side of the rim, to really mix it up and give you guys that unpredictability that you're gonna see in the game, which is gonna heighten the quality of the workout, which is gonna help you guys get more out of working out with a partner. So hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, hit the like button, drop a comment. We really appreciate it.